Are you ready to take your organization to the next level and become a game changer in your industry? Then look no further. Welcome to Yokai Business Show, where we bring you the world's top business thought leaders to share their secrets to success, from leadership development to finance, marketing, self-development, human resource management, and much, much more. Our guests reveal the strategies, tactics, and mindsets that have made them so successful. So let's dive in and learn from the best in the business.
Got it.
Hello and welcome back to another great show. Today with me is my good friend returning for the second time to talk about business. But today we're going to talk about what everybody truly wants, and that is the ultimate joy, health, and successful relationship. And my friend Christoffel, all the way from Spain, has made it his mission to help business owners like you and I have the joy, the happiness, the health, and the relationships that you truly want on your journey to reaching your goals. And I'm excited about today because we're going to be talking about how to make it happen. You and I know that it's not always straightforward to have these three things all in your favor for you to be extremely happy and have incredible health and also have outstanding relationship. You have to be doing certain things right, and we want to discover what are those things and how you too can begin to enjoy those things. Christoffel, thank you so much for joining me here for the second time on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, big friend.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I heard you went on holidays to, I would say, to my country. It's not my country, Spain, to Tenerife.
Yes.
So you probably now you know why I love to live in Madrid.
You know what? When I was in Tenerife, I thought to myself, why am I going back to England? The place is so beautiful. The food is amazing. The people are so friendly. It's always warm. It's like
yeah, you don't have rain. You don't have. I know. I come from the Netherlands. I know that feeling. When you look out of the window, you see gray. And the question is, will it rain or not?
Yes.
Here in Spain, you think, will it be warm or even warmer?
That's amazing. Well, thank you for the previous recording we did, and it is doing very well. And a lot of people are loving what our discussion we had when we were talking about the three brain theory.
Yeah.
And if you haven't listened to that episode and you're just joining us, I would encourage you to go look for that episode where we were talking about the three brain theory, which is incredible. Truly, it was an eye-opener when I was having a conversation with Christoffel during that session. But today, we want to talk about something that I know everybody wants: to be happy, to have great relationship, and also be in good health. And, talk to us, how did you start on this journey of wanting to help people with these three things?
I would say the real deep issue that came, my mom was 4 years in prison camp in the Second World War in Indonesia. So when she came, when I was born, I didn't know that, and like every kid, you don't care. In the teenage years, you start becoming aware what's happening actually. I have a loving mom, but she also has her issues. And I became aware, hey, what's happening in this thing? And I saw the relationship with my dad, who loved her dearly. And I saw, say, those little cracks happening and not happening. And in my own relationships, also became aware later in life, hey, I'm copying behaviors of my parents in my relationships, and they don't always work out. What's happening? So it was an internal journey. Also, then coming aware with the people around you when you're in the business world and you see how people struggle and don't struggle. I came aware that somewhere I have a talent for helping people, and that's not only listening, but somewhere almost with laser eyes. As one of my clients once said, you have laser eyes and you go zoop, right away to what is actually blocking us and what should help us. And I never believed that I had those qualities, because it's probably luck.
Right.
But if you have once, if you succeed, it can be luck. If you do it twice, you could start thinking, oh wow, I'm really lucky. The third time you start thinking, hey, maybe there's a pattern. And the fourth time you have to start believing, hey, I do something different.
That's right.
And so when I hit the 6 times, I would say, I thought, okay, probably I have it. And then when you have a passion for people, and a passion for really, and a love for that good things happen in this world, because also I was bullied at school because I was the sweet boy. Then you start thinking, hey, why should we do that? Why should there be so? And that's really a big question we always say. Why should there be so much hatred in this world? There is enough on this world for everybody.
That's right.
We can all be happy. There are really huge questions, and I cannot answer them all by myself. I thought it doesn't make sense. So all those little things sparked me. Okay, follow your passion, follow your love, and by the way, you have talent for it, so make it happen. And the last 27 years, I'm saying, as in my professional business life, I'm following that path with all the learnings and successes I have. Because every time I work with somebody, I come aware, there's something new I didn't know. And every time I know, I come aware there's also something I don't know. And that also sparks me, because there's so much sameness, but also so much still to learn.
That's right. Yeah. And I love what you have gone on to do after discovering for yourself. You've written a book which I am currently reading, and have found it so helpful. In fact, it's helping me in my relationships to streamline it and make it better. In fact, I know we were talking about engaging some of your services, on a personal level. And that book is on Amazon right now. Would you share with everybody the name and the title and how people can get it straight away?
Okay, so the book name is Relationships. Makes sense. The Relationships, Which Brain is Talking? And if you type it in, you come right away into Amazon, and they do click, and you can have a Kindle or a print version. So it's easy to find. And when we talked about it, he talked about three brains. When I say which brain is talking, is actually because what people don't know although they do, people say, follow your heart. People say, what does your gut say? Or think about it logically. And actually, then we talk about three different wisdom centers, your head, your heart, and your gut. And science proved they are actually brains. We have brain cells there who can memorize, make decisions. And why are relationships hard? Because they have different responsibilities. And based on the different responsibilities to make us happy or healthy or successful, they have their own strategies. And those strategies are actually different. So if you don't listen to all three of them, before you know, you're barking up the wrong tree. And I'm talking to you, you're living in England, and we saw maybe, I think most of the English people love soccer. It's almost like you say to a striker, hey, you go into the goal. That becomes a mess. You only don't have strikers, midfield players, and defenders in your team. You have all three of them, but they have different responsibilities. Now, the same as your three brains could say, your three brains are the strikers, the midfielders, and the defenders. They have their own responsibility for a common goal, winning the game. But based on different strategies, what you also see sometimes during soccer games, they can have massive discussions with each other, don't understand each other, or even working against each other. Now, that's also what's happening with us. Hence, relationships, health, happiness, and success are all in our reach if we become a great coach of our strikers, defenders, and midfielders.
Yes, amazing. One of the things has become even more apparent for me is you can have great health, but if your relationships sucks, your life won't be great. You can have a great relationship, but if you neglect your health, you won't enjoy it as much. It is a complete package. If you want to be joyful, and great relationship, there are certain principles that build all these things together. Christoffel, take us through, maybe step by step, if you may, of how to maybe the secret to successfully do well in your relationships, in your health, and also in your relationships.
Step by step, as I said, we have three responsibilities. To make it clear, your head likes to think it through. It likes to have logic. It likes to have answers. So as an example, if somebody is dominant with his or her head, they will always respond if you ask them something, let me think about it. Right. Spontaneous decisions are not NOT, the area of somebody who's dominant in the brain, because
Right.
they like to give the perfect answer. Somebody who is more heart-oriented loves to take care of other people, likes to be connected. So they help others, even if it's detrimental for them. And the gut loves to take care of him or herself. It likes to have success. It likes to have achievements. It likes to, actually, it's the source that takes care from the primitive idea to stay alive. So it is a me, myself, and I purpose. Now, if you look at those three responsibilities, and you like to have a happy, healthy, successful life, then you have to follow all three advices as a combined advice. You have to think, hey, what's good for me? So sometimes saying no is good for me. You have to have actually relationships with others. So sometimes you have to say yes to the other. And at the end, you have to make logical decisions where cause and effect analysis is done. Because the heart and the gut don't do cause and effect analysis. If you think, how do you mean that? Now, we all once, now not all of us, I'm now looking at myself, we fell for the bad girl or the bad boy. That's actually then our heart who's saying, oh, I can help him or her. Well, your head is probably always saying, oh, don't go there. And your friends probably say, don't go there. Now, we have to have that sort of alignment to stay happy. And that means actually in us, we have to ask ourselves, what's good for me? What's good for the relationship? And is it logical? Now, even if you ask those questions, people can even not always answer them because they don't have access to one of the three brains. Because they are shut down, or they have belief systems, or my parents always did it, or what I said in my own example. So you have to line them up. So to achieve it is actually to get the clarity with yourself. What now is popular mindfulness, meditation, actually to become aware of yourself, is become aware what is actually my deeper needs. And what do they say? Because how many times in life, and I don't know for you, Kai, you had, after you made the decision, you had something, oh, I should have thought this better. Or maybe I just should have followed my heart. Oh, maybe, my gut feeling, or they said something else. The moment that happens, actually, when you made the decision, one of your brains, in my words, was not listened to. The result was not successful. So then later on, that brain is going to tell you, I told you so.
Yeah.
I told you so. And it's happening. So coming back to your question, what do you need to make it successful? Is coming aware, what are their responsibilities and how can I listen to them? And if I have that feeling inside me, instead of ignoring it, start saying, hey, I've got an inside feeling or sensation. What is it saying? Hey, my head is actually questioning. Hey, why is it questioning what's happening? And if you don't go back, and I know I talk a lot, there's an amazing book written by Daniel Kahneman, Thinking Fast and Slow. He's a Nobel Prize winner. So I would not right away recommend you to read all the 550 pages as I did, because it's a freaking amazing book. But also every page is a lot of knowledge. Nobel Prize winner. But he talks about two systems, thinking fast and thinking slow. Our biology, our three brains take 30% of our energy, up to 40%. So they like to run on eco mode, because the more they have to do, the less energy is left for our daily things. So we have all our processes automated, what we call habits. Hey, do you think with which hand you pick up your toothbrush? Do you think how you brush your teeth? No, that's an automated process. The same is a lot of decisions making we do. Red line means stop. For lunch, I have this. For breakfast, I have this. So we don't think about it because it doesn't cost energy. That is great with all those normal patterns we do. We don't think about it. It also works then in look-alike decisions. Based on the sentence, when it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, shits like a duck, probably it is a duck. Now, we all know that saying. So our internal system does the same. Oh, it looks like a duck, it talks like a duck. Oh, probably it is a duck. And it doesn't think deeper, unless something really painful happens, that we burn our hands or something. Ooh, it was not a duck, it was actually a tiger. Oh, shoot, what happened there? To have success, we actually have to stand still and put ourselves, as Daniel Kahneman says, in system 2. That means 1 and 1 is 2, system 1. 17 multiplied by 3 divided by 8, add 5. What is that, Yukai? Hey, and don't ask me the answer. I don't know. But this means we now had a brain freeze from, I don't know. Because now if you have to do it, you have to write it down, really start sitting for it, do the math. That's system 2. And that takes a lot of energy. And our biology only allows us to do a lot of energy when it's really, really, really needed. And up front, it makes the assessment, okay, I'm going now to spoil a lot of energy because it's needed. And unless something really serious happens, it will not put on the system. So to come back to have success, we have to know actually our systems as 3 brains, what is their responsibilities, listen to their internal voice, if also then take the time to step into system 2 to start thinking about it, what happened actually. And what we call then in the business, and then you go in the business world. If you interviewed hundreds of business leaders, how many of those business owners or leaders, and listeners, I ask you now, how many of you take half an hour a week, so only 30 minutes a week, to sit down and just reflect on what happens? Turn off your phone, turn off your computer, and just reflect. Just come aware, what's happening? What happened? I can tell you almost no business owner or executive does that because they're always on the hurry. And if you don't take the reflection, you don't create the possibility for yourself to step in system 2, because then in that reflection moment, you can start thinking, okay, this happened, that happened, that happened. And it takes energy. That's why you have to be in a still state of your body, that your body doesn't take energy. You have to take your phone off, your computer off, otherwise that takes energy. You have to be in that reflective mode, so that your head and your body can take all the energy to think and to reflect, go into system 2 and see what's happening.
Wow, this is a very interesting. You mentioned a book. Would you repeat that again so that those who are listening will be able to go get it, because it's so good?
Yeah, no, so it's Thinking Fast and Slow.
Right.
It's Daniel Kahneman. And if you type in Thinking Fast and Slow, then you're right away in the search engine you're using. Right away, you find the book in Amazon. As I said, it's a Nobel Prize winner. It's an extremely thick book, but it gives you beautiful insights how our system works in making decisions also.
Oh, amazing. Incredible.
And just to add another book, and what I say is not new, because many of us read the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yes.
Stephen Covey. What is one of the 7 principles? Sharpen the saw. And what does sharpen the saw mean, you guy?
Take time and think about it before you go and launch.
Absolutely. That's what we just discussed there. Because then you give yourself the time to go into system 2, to go actually to connect with your 3 brains and make those happening. Yeah. Stephen Covey said it in a totally different way already, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I don't know how many years already that book is. I have it still in my cupboard there, and I think it's read. It's totally, you cannot open it more because it falls out in pages. So many times I read it, but it's a classic, and he already describes it.
Amazing, love that. If you're just joining us, we are talking about the proven system or strategies that can help you achieve happiness, health, and success. These are very simple yet powerful concepts we are talking about. Christoffel, a lot of people truly want to have a good life, which encompasses joy, all the things we talk about. Other than not taking time to be still, are there other factors that stops people from truly enjoying these things?
And it's funny, if you look at the 3 brains, when I said that, the head likes to know, the heart likes to connect, the gut likes to me, myself, and I survive. If you look at real joy, the gut brain can have desires to achieve, but the gut brain does not have real joy. For joy, you also need oxytocin, the love hormone, besides other hormones. The love hormone, oxytocin, is also released by the heart, besides also the amygdala in the head. So if you think, when people have joy, actually you create in the gut brain safety. And so there is no stress, nothing else. And the heart brain can just allow to connect and bond with the things they love. Because the enjoyment comes from also the love you have and enthusiasm. To make it extremely binary 0, 1, and I know all the gray in between exists and all the numbers. The gut brain is not the joy brain. The gut brain, as Michael Gershwin, who wrote the book The Second Brain, did the research that the second brain, the gut brain, is there, always said the gut brain is the brain that does all the shitty work.
Right.
It's not Shakespeare, it's not the comedian, it's not the late night show. It's the brain that does all the hard work to make it happen. To create joy, you have to create, say, the gut brain at ease, and the heart brain actually just to connect with what is important for them. Because the heart also loves to connect not only with people, but the things they value as nice and good. Because when you think about joy or happiness, it's almost never only by yourself sitting in a deep cave without light. It's always connected with something you love, happiness.
Right.
It can be people, can be books, can be running the marathon, can be biking, can be whatever it is, but it is something you love. That creates happiness. So you have to create actually safety in the gut. So you have to keep the mood of I have to do something, stop it, and then you can enjoy. Because when people are happiness, it means actually they don't have stress. Stress is actually also coming from the gut. And they are living in the moment. They don't have to care for tomorrow. So that is an enjoyment. So what is the success rate? It's actually creating for yourself, I don't have to in this moment. That's a negative. So actually, in my way, I say it's all right to be as I am in this moment. A lot of people in a different sense say, I'm not good enough. Actually, if you say, it has to be as mantra, it's good on this moment. I'm good enough. It is good enough. The moment you can say that and feel that, happiness steps in.
Yes, because you're in the moment. Yesterday is
You're
gone.
in the moment.
Future is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're appreciating what you have.
It is good, because if you are with friends and you with your best friends, who cares about the moment? You're then just having fun with each other and enjoying. Nobody thinks, oh, I have tomorrow to work, if it's a little bit later or not later. Because in that moment, you're in the moment, the gut brain feels safe, the heart brain can connect with friends or with something else you do, and you enjoy. Now, you've been in Spain, and if you look at the Spanish people, I don't say they're perfect, but they have more an attitude to enjoy.
Yeah, well, yes, I experienced that firsthand.
So they enjoy being with friends. They enjoy go having lunch with a Spanish person, and it's not a 30-minute Dutch lunch with sandwiches. A lunch in Spain is 1.5 hours. You talk, you enjoy, you have 3 courses, you have a little espresso at the end or something else, and it is talking and enjoying each other. Of course, it has an effect also on their productivity. There is always a downside. But in the relationship, they enjoyed it life. So they used the principle, we live and we work. And it's something else, as I come from Holland originally, we work, and if there's time left, we're going to enjoy. and that's a mindset. But if you look at, say, productivity, the Dutch are doing great at productivity, gut-brain productivity, but heart brain is less developed. And so you could almost see it right away happening. So for creating real happiness, this actually saying it is enough.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And most of these concepts are covered in the book, The Ultimate Guide to Relationship. In fact, in full relationships, which brain is talking? The Ultimate Guide to Happy, Health, and Successful Relationship. And if you want that book, you can get it from Amazon. Yeah. I'm reading it myself, and I'm finding it very insightful. Christoffel, we are coming toward the end of our time together. And for people who are struggling to connect, these 3 brains, what will be your maybe 2 top suggestions that they need to do to get to a place where they are in alignment, they connect with their brain, their heart, and their gut feeling to become very productive, or to even begin to enjoy right where they are without anything holding them back?
I think you hear it everywhere. But there is the easiest thing to do in the morning or whenever you are, is actually come aware of your breathing. It's said so many times in yoga classes and everywhere, but it's a biological reason for it, because it connects with your parasympathetic, sympathetic nerve system. What that means, actually, your nerve systems are actually the communication channels of your brain cells. because the connection of the brain cells is actually a nerve. By breathing in, breathing out, you let the brains decide, okay, you have to do an action. Every breath in activates energy. Every breath out activates relaxation. Actually, then the three brains are communicating to each other, okay, I am okay. If it's in a coherent way. So if you do, say, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, even better, 4 seconds really full inhalation, 4 seconds slow exhalation, not forced, then you give your three brains, actually 3 brains on that moment give signals to all your body cells, I am safe, I am doing okay. On that moment, when they say that to all the body cells, all the body cells say, okay, means I can put all my energy in doing what I would like to do. Produce proteins, produce this, do rejuvenation, do maintenance on the body cells, instead of being in a stress state. So your whole body actually gets energized because all the energy goes to where it should go to.
Wow.
And if you do that, and we will not do it now, I will not do it now with Sujukai. Maybe next time. But if I would ask everybody to do that 10 times, 4 seconds deep in, really deep in, and then allowed 4 seconds to go relaxed out. After 10 times doing that, just 10 inhalations, 10 exhalations, your shoulders drop. Most people will start yawning. And most people say, hey, water your eyes. And by the way, I'm totally tired and relaxed. So easy goes. Now, that happens in the evening. When you do it in the morning, actually it's a massive boost of energy because you just woke up. Your cortisol levels are still higher because it puts all the energy in there. Actually give a signal to your body, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Amazing.
I'm doing super. So that's the best advice everybody can do, because that you can do everywhere. In the train, in the car, when you're in the shower, when you're reading your emails. It's just sitting down and come aware, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, it's in a circular way, yeah? In, out. There are a lot of other techniques of breathing, in total 77. I once learned from a yogi. But this is the most effective way to give yourself 3 brains alignment.
Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, once again, if you want the book and learn and continue your learning of what we are talking about here, you want to go to Amazon, look for the book Relationships, Which Brain is Talking, the Ultimate Guide to Happy, Health, and Successful Relationships. Christoffel, thank you so much for joining us here on the show. It's been absolutely delightful. Thank you.
You guys, it was a real honor and pleasure to see you again, have a chat with you, and actually share our common passion. How can we make, say, all those listeners, all those business owners, all those people a little bit more happy, healthy, successful? That's your passion, is my passion. And if we can contribute to that, come on, it's just a joy.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. We cannot wait to have you back on another show, I'm sure at some point, to talk to everybody and help people in our community find the answers they are looking for. Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, can I encourage you to keep doing what you love and stay away from the things that you don't love, that are not adding value to you and to those that are around you, and follow your passion. Read the book and also keep listening to this conversation. And if you find it valuable, leave a review either on Apple or on Google or wherever you are listening this from. Love to hear from you. Would love to get to know what you are learning from this recording. Until next time, live well, live with passion. Know that the best is truly yet to come. And don't forget, I nearly forgot this myself, our collaborative book project is up. And if you want to be to participate in our next project, just go to www.yokaipublishingservices.com/synergy. You get to see some testimonies of people who have been participating in the collaborative book project. Our last book we produced, it became an international best-selling on Amazon in Canada, US, here in UK, and in Australia, and would love for you to participate in that. So reach out to the team. Again, finally, until next time, live well, live with passion. Know that the best is truly yet to come. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to Yokai Business Show. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode and have gained valuable insights and inspiration from our amazing guest. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review to help us spread the word. Also, be sure to check out our Leadership Ultimate Success Mastermind program, which is designed to help you and leaders in our community to do great things and support each other along their leadership journey. Until next time, live well, live with passion, know that the best is truly yet to come.